Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we're all doing well. I am here and I am doing fantastic. I am coming at you for the week of July 17th through the 23rd. And I am using a kit from a shop that is no longer open, Simply a Mess. This is one of those retro 90s kits, and I don't care to admit how much of this stuff that I had. I was born in 88, so I was like kind of a 90s kid. Obviously, I hit my teens in the early 2000s, but the 90s was like my jam, and I do remember like all of this. So I, especially like Game Boy Color, Tamagotchi, bubble tape, the blow up chairs. I just, man, I miss it. Honestly, I was just thinking about this the other day. I just really miss a time um, before cell phones. I just realized I spend entirely too much time on my cell phone. I'm not going to stop. Like, I'm aware of the problem, but I'm not going to stop. Anyway, this was a largely uneventful week, except for Monday was a bit busy, I felt. But after last week with like the fantastic week up at my mom's cabin and just like how beautifully that spread turned out. And if you have not gone to see it, you absolutely have to. I will link that video in the iCard up above. But anyway, this week is just so like that week was calm and relaxing and beautiful, and I love the layout. This one, I love it, but it's like wild and in your face. And I just loved every second. And I've been watching a lot of Plansley, and she's just fantastic. The Jittery Planner on Instagram. You should go check her out. But she has been doing like the 3 headers again, and I absolutely 100% got pulled back into that. Like, I really needed to do that. So I went ahead and I did that, and that means that all of my boxes were straight across. And then I decided to do like the headers, the 4 sets of headers, and like as they were laid out in the kit, and it was just really, I just really like how it turned out. I won't be doing it for every single week. I feel like I just lose a lot of space that I needed, but I definitely really liked how it turned out for this week, and I might do it again. It was just perfect for this week. These glitter headers were like outstanding, out to lunch, phenomenal. What's new? What's happening? It has been a while since I filmed. I just uploaded a haul video, and I will also link that in the iCard up above as well. So if you haven't seen that, I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for, but yeah, go check it out. Pretty fantastic. But also I filmed that, I'm not gonna lie, like over a month ago now. Maybe like in the last week, but definitely not recently. It is currently October the 18th when I am doing this voiceover. I am hoping I can get this video up on the 19th or the 20th, just so that I can start having to, well, maybe the 20th seems more realistic, because it is quite late at night on the 18th. But yeah, I'm just trying to get all of these videos done and catch up. I don't know that it's going to happen anytime soon. I might be always a couple of weeks behind. But right now I feel like I've got a good flow. And honestly, the next week, the week of the 24th or the 30th, I love how the base lay down on it. I have already filmed it, and I got all the stickers pulled, which I feel like if I separate the time between like filming my base and pulling my stickers, if I do it all at once, I'm way more likely to get it done quickly. So there's that. I didn't put down like the days of the week. I know what the days of the week are. I can count. I have them down from last week. It's fine. In the sidebar bar, I just put 2 habit trackers. I actually do start using those close to the end of summer, just not at this point. And I was kind of lax with my tracking of a lot of stuff this week, including meals. I got there in the end, but like, I don't know. This week just felt off. The vibes were off. And I ended my week with an off vibe. And like, if you don't know what that means, I'm so sorry. I can't help you. The vibes were off. Anyway, um, I just pulled in the leftover headers to separate out some spaces, and I ended up using the second full box the ninth full box, just to take up that space in the bottom of the sidebar. So I thought it looked pretty good, and yeah, that is how the first part of the kit base laydown has turned out. Now we go into our day by day, and I feel like this is where we get into the good stuff. If you watch the kit base laydown and like don't watch the day by day, you're like a real planner person. Anyway, I started off on Monday with Fox and Cactus icon, just noting that I had a really shitty run. It was just miserable. It was not a good time. And then I continued to clean my desk area. If you have seen the video from the last week, then you will know that the week before this, shortly before we went up to my mom's cabin, like literally the morning of, my ceiling collapsed. Lots of it all over my desk area. So I started the big process of cleaning this up, like deep clean. And it honestly took a few weeks to get thoroughly cleaned. And I used a squish from Fox and Cactus for that as well. Then I just used an icon for the kit to note that I filmed a haul. And then my husband and I just used a leftover sticker for this, to note that we had lovely quiet time. Just the two of us. So quiet. The kids are, I think, my littlest was down for a nice long nap. And then I got bored of quiet time. So I went outside and I did pull some weeds and that script. And that Olivia is from Sweetie Sticker Co. And with a fox and pipped icon, which is this much, which Rachel got for me. I just marked my big kid and I had some snuggle time on the couch. He's needed a lot more one-on-one time recently. We don't really know why that is, but it's been helping. Then I finished Crown of Midnight. I'm just doing a Throne of Glass series reread, but not like all at once. I'm going to do a tandem read with one of my friends for the last 2 books. And then I marked that I had a YouTube binge. It will be a trend for this week. And that my little one had swimming. And that swimming pool is actually from a $2 Tuesday swimming sheet from the Prairie Planner. And I just love it. It's not a gigantic icon, so that it doesn't take up quite as much space. Then on Tuesday, I marked that I cleaned my desk even more, and I probably could have used a decluttering sticker, but it was nice to use this paper and milk maru. Then again, carrying over from the previous week, I mean, this doesn't last forever, but I did 12 push-ups, and then I had a nap with my kiddo. And then, and then after that, I went to, yoga, and it was hot yoga, and it was a deep flow class, and I wasn't prepared for, I am prepared for, a slower pace at yoga. I was not prepared for how quickly this teacher went through the flows. It wasn't a bad class, but it was hot yoga, and it was already a boiling hot day outside, and there was not an inch of my body that was not damp. It was rough. That afternoon, my big kid had a big meltdown. And then I binged YouTube later on in the evening, and then I started Hair of Fire. And I marked at the end of the day that I had got Happy Meal from Sweetie Sticker Co. And I marked it at the end of the day because I sometimes mark it when I get to open it. And I didn't get to open it until later on in the evening, I am a parent, and that is just how life works sometimes. Then on Wednesday, Coffee Brain Plans is reopening and she's rebranding. I will put the name of her new shop just up on the screen, but I love these decluttering stickers. I wish they weren't quite so big, but I love them. So I decluttered a lot of my kiddos' baby clothing. I feel a lot of ways about that, and I don't really feel like talking about it. Then I had a nap with my baby, and then we headed over to my in-laws to use their pool, which was so much fun, but my big kid had another big meltdown, another one. So that was really rough, marked again with the tantrum icons from Coffee Monsters Co. We had dinner at my in-laws' place, but my kiddo broke a wine glass. It was just not a fabulous evening. Then I had another YouTube binge marked with the YouTube icon from Dash of Sun Designs and a Coffee Monsters Co. icon at the bottom of the day, just to mark that night I had an early night because I had stayed up really late the night before, and my kiddo was in the midst of a sleep regression here in hindsight. Moving on to Thursday. I know that I'm a bit ahead of myself, but I like to tell stories, guys. Come on. Thursday and Friday are marked the same. Daycare drop-off scripts from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. and Coffee Monster Co. icons of drop-offs. And then underneath that, I just marked the walks that I did with my kids. So on Thursday, I did a 5.5 kilometer walk with my baby. On Friday, I did a 10 kilometer walk. I was training, I hope you guys can all hear the air quotes there, for my 5K, which I actually just recently did this past weekend, and it was glorious, and I will get into that when we get there, because I am so proud of myself. Then my little guy was upset. The teething, the night times not being good, I don't know. He was inconsolable. So I called my friend Sarah, and she's a mom and she's a teacher, and we just talked through some solutions. She's a wonderful human being. Then another paper and milk maru, just to note that I did laundry, another one of the coffee brain plans, decluttering icons, and I just got to work in the afternoon decluttering my pantry, which gets cluttered so quickly. And then I baked some banana bread because my bananas were not eaten this week. And finally, I've got a Fox and Pip icon to note that my kiddo went to soccer, and I have a custom script from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. just saying his name and then soccer practice. And I put both of my kiddos to bed that night. My husband and I were trying something. It didn't work. Because my husband gets up at like 4 a.m. for work. He was having a hard time with like getting up that early, taking my kiddo to soccer, and then having to put him to bed. So I was like, I'll do it. But when my kid goes to bed with my husband, it takes like 15-20 minutes. When I put him to bed, he gets so excited that I am the one who is putting him to bed, that he will goof off for like 2 hours. Sorry, my throat was getting a bit croaky. It's weird when you like drink on camera. I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, moving on to Friday, daycare drop-off, walk. I called my mom, and then I was just cranky all day. Just cranky. And I finished off my day watching RuPaul's Drag Race finale. It was like a very quiet day. Not much to report. Saturday, I went with my kiddos to the dollar store to get some craft supplies, and then to the bakery, which was really nice. We had a play date, and that is a Fox and Pip icon to mark that. And then I got back into Pokemon Go because I'm doing so much walking anyway. It's just fun when you're walking a little bit to break up the monotony. But my older guy is like very obsessed with it. He calls them the Pokepops, which is the Pokestops. He likes spinning them. So that was really cute. He really enjoyed that. Then we had a potty emergency, and then I had to give my big guy an enema. It's a whole situation. Doctor recommended, don't you worry. Thankfully, I've got a sticker for that from the Coffee Monsters Co. Then we ordered in dinner. It was a really tough day, and my hubs and I walked to the LCBO. He went in and I stayed outside with the boys, and then we had like a nice night. The next morning we had another play date with a different set of friends. And again, we played Pokemon Go. So these days are looking a bit repetitive. And then I had snuggles with both of my boys. They were just in a snuggly mood, which was a-okay with me. Finally, my husband and I did groceries that afternoon. And then he just broke a glass. Like it was a weird day, and it was an accident, and it was just broken glass. Not good. And then I was so excited that my big kid ate a vegetable, so I used a paper and milk maru to note that. And then I just stayed up late reading again. And that was my entire week. I did get a little bit ahead of myself, but I think once you see the full filled in spread, it's going to look really good. So that is everything for this plan with me. I hope that you guys will join me in the next one. I'm really excited for it as well. And I hope that you are all staying safe and well. See you soon. Toodles.